Disney Lorcana designer and Ravensburger were sued by Upper Deck. Why? Hello everybody, welcome back to Ben Trading Cards. In today's Ben Talks, we're going to talk about Disney Lorcana TCG and the complaints filed by Upper Deck in the Superior Court of the State of California against Ryan Miller and Ravensburger. So before we go to the details, I want to give you a little bit of background about this TCG. So Disney Lorcana was introduced on August 2022. Then they had a launch on September 2022 in the D23. So they gave several, cards, and those are just promo cards, which involves Mickey Mouse and some other famous characters of Disney. And Disney Lorcana licensed Ravensburger to publish this TCG or to create this TCG. Then after a few months, they showed several cards, and they said that they already had also, I had an information that they had sold some packs, which I haven't seen it before, guys, but they said they sold some packs. Then after that, this year, they introduced the gameplay. So the gameplay involves several mechanics like abilities, effects, spells, then there's lore, and then resources. So they showed everything, everything for that kind of set that is coming on about August or September this year. So it's all good, right? Then this game was created and designed or co-designed by Ryan Miller. So Ravensburger is the publisher, and they hired Ryan Miller, which is very good in designing. He was involved in Magic the Gathering, Duel Masters, Kaijudo, I think that was Kaijudo, and Digimon. So there's a lot of experience here. So Ryan Miller was hired by Ravensburger to do the mechanics of Disney Lorcana. But he was formerly hired by Upper Deck, which is the topic of the complaint, because before Lorcana, Ryan Miller was hired as they call it work for hire, like a freelancer, to design a game that is called Rush of Ichor. So Rush of Ichor is a TCG that also has different kinds of colors, which you can distinguish, that you will put it in your deck, that will create your deck with 40 cards. Okay, then he was assigned to that. He was a head designer. He had access to everything, all the IPs, everything marketing. He has those access with Upper Deck. Then he was hired on, they started their agreement on 2019. Then he sent his end of termination on October 2021. Then he left Upper Deck on March 2022. So based on the complaints of Upper Deck, Ryan Miller allegedly stole the concept, the design, the mechanics of that of their TCG and applied it in Lorcana TCG, which is, they said that some abilities and effects are really similar to Disney Lorcana. Although the deck is only 40 cards, in the rush of Ecor, but Disney TCG is 60, but they have similarities in the mechanics, So it was written in the complaint itself. I'm not going into the details. You will know which one it is. So if you read that complaint. So what I just want to emphasize is that Ryan Miller allegedly stole those designs, and even Upper Deck said that when Ryan Miller was not already in Upper Deck, he still has the access to the assets and everything in Upper Deck, all the IPs of Rush of Ecor. So that's where the complaint is. So I will list down right here. I will list down these complaints. There are 8 complaints against Ryan Miller and Ravensburger. So they are also saying that why is it that Ravensburger doesn't know that Ryan Miller has a contract, and they haven't done their due diligence on Ryan Miller, on whatever he was employed, and they said that Ryan Miller concealed to Upper Deck that he is connected or hired by Ravensburger. So these are the complaints filed by Upper Deck to the Superior Court of the State of California. They're gonna go to the courts, and who knows who's gonna win the case. But the loser here will be the fans, the customers soon-to-be customers of Disney Lorcana. I don't know if what happens to, I don't know how they will resolve this complaint, but they're going to the courts. There will be a lot of hearings, and they're gonna present the IPs from Upper Deck. They're gonna compare it with Disney Lorcana. It's gonna be a long time, guys. It's gonna be months, or maybe, who knows, it's gonna be years. So the loser will be, us, like the customers. We're really hyped with this TCG, but then someone stopped the game of Disney Lorcana. And what I think is that this will not be released next year. It will be released in the next 2 years. Probably if it was resolved, then it's gonna go to that, because it's a lot of things to do. Maybe if Disney loses the case, then they have to reevaluate, they have to redesign everything that won't affect the Upper Deck's rush of Ecor. So, and also, it's good that Upper Deck filed a complaint at this early stage of Disney, because probably the cards are not yet printed, or maybe part of those batches have been already printed, but the data, the machine setup, the die setup is already there, because the release will be August or September. So they're gonna be ready with those machines, operators, engineers to print it, and also the distribution. There's a lot of things was already happened, but it's good that it's not yet printed and everything, or distributed to us, because if it was distributed to us, it's gonna be really bad for us, guys. There's gonna be lots of complaints, and they already had competition or tournaments tournaments done when they had some events this first quarter. They did some events, and there have some playtesters, have undergone those testings. So this is really uh, it's quite it's good in a way that it will give a warning to people, to creators who are new in this industry, especially the indie TCGs, that they have to be careful in creating things that might cross the IPs or the mechanics. I'm not sure, guys, if mechanics is I don't know if it's protected by law. I'm not sure about that, but I know its IP is protected by law. They said that the mechanics of Upper Deck is so similar to the Ravensburger Disney Lorcana. I'm not sure if it's gonna be. I'm not sure. I'm not the judge, but who knows who's gonna win with that, you know? And this is a very good lesson for us, even, you know, even for customers. We have to support those TCGs that had done their due diligence, and we have to support those TCGs with the gameplays that is really unique and artwork, you know. And if you know that some indie TCGs found that they haven't paid their artists, something like that, guys. So it's gonna be people will be cautious on after this one. It's bad in a way that there's like a, you know, there's a pause in the product of Disney, but it's good that people are awakened, you know, awakened that, hey, this is happening in the industry. So beware of new TCGs that looks really nice, but they don't have a proper gameplay. They're just like MTG, they tweak it. And the problem of this ones, guys, is big companies will not notice you when you're still young, you're still small. Okay, once you get bigger and bigger, and then you're gonna show up in the skies, then the big companies will see you and they will check whatever they see that crossed their IPs. This is really this is the field that you have to cultivate, you know, to cultivate well, that there's no IP was crossed, and even the gameplay as well, the mechanics. And I didn't, it's my first time to see mechanics was included in the complaints. Well, there you go. I hope you learned something from me today, and yeah, let me know what you think about this case, and I'm gonna give you some update if I have some update. And thanks AC Fost for giving me the information about this case, about these two companies and Ryan Miller. All right, so thank you very much, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.